Hi, it's Matt from Go Green Autos. So another EV for sale. This time obviously it's a Nissan Leaf. It's a 24 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf, and this is a Tekna model, so top of the range. It's got all the toys and it's in this really nice mineral blue metallic, and it's such a nice example, this one. So Tekna cars have the bigger 17-inch diamond cut alloy wheels. You also get leather interior with heated seats front and back. You get a heated leather steering wheel, and you get the Bose sound system. You also get LED headlights, which are really nice, great driving these in the dark. And you also get 360-degree cameras, so cameras front and back and on the sides, which I'll show you later. And this model has got the chrome pack, so you get chrome on the back of the mirrors and then the extra chrome down the sides, which really make it look nice. And then on the inside, if I just jump in, get out of the wind, if I just start it up quickly, and you get touchscreen sat nav, FM radio, CD, Bluetooth. These, as I said, have got a CD. You get a single slot CD at the back there, which most modern cars have done away with CD. You get climate control. This is a heat pump heating system, so it is more efficient as well. And you've also got preconditioning and timed charging times as well, to take advantage of a cheap rate overnight tariff. And that precondition, the way that works is you set a time that you're going to leave in the morning, and then while the car is connected to your charger, it will switch on the heating and it will get the car ready. So it will warm the car up, melt all the ice off the windscreen if it's in the middle of winter, and indeed if it's in the summer, it will put the air conditioning on and cool the car, and it gets the car ready for your drive. So when you disconnect from the charger, you've still got 100% charge, 100% range, and the car's preconditioned, so maybe you can then do your drive without the heating or cooling on, which preserves energy even more. And then, as I said, the Tekna ones, you get two-stage heated front seats. You also get heated rear seats, which is on the passenger seat there, and a heated steering wheel, and that's really nice in the winter. And it's a lot more efficient to heat your seat and the steering wheel, the things you're touching, than heating the whole cabin, heating all the air in the cabin. So in reality, you could probably have the air conditioning turned down a little bit more, the climate control should I say, have that turned down a little bit more to preserve energy, and use the heated steering wheel, heated seats, and that obviously extends your range because you're using less power. So this one has got the 24 kilowatt hour battery. The battery is owned. We can see here, because on the Leaf you get a health status, which is that outer bar, and it's still got 12 out of 12 bars. The estimated range here is showing as 91 miles. Range is very much dictated on driving style, you know, the driving economy, just like it is with a petrol or diesel car. The faster and the less economic you're going to drive, you're going to use more kilowatt hours of energy per mile. But some of these, typically in the summer, you're somewhere between 80 and 90 miles. I did see 93 miles on this when I was driving it yesterday, so you know, it all depends on how you're going to drive. But if you're going to bomb it down a motorway, you're not going to see that. But if you're going to be doing town and city driving where it stop starts lower speed, then you're going to be potentially above 90 miles. And then on the steering wheel, we've got the audio controls, telephone controls, we've got speed limiter and cruise control, and then we've got an eco button here, and that dulls the power to the motor, stops you accelerating quite so fast, and extends your range, therefore makes you drive a bit more economically. If I take the eco off, our range has then dropped, well, an estimated range has dropped to 86 miles, with eco on 91 miles, so it gives you an idea of the difference. But these have got quite a powerful motor on these Leafs, and generally I drive with them in eco all the time. And then your gear selectors down here, you drive them like an automatic, even though electric cars don't have gearboxes. They give you an automatic selector, so you drive them like an auto. And with this, you just drop it down to D for drive. It shows you in the dash there that you're in drive, and you can put it up to reverse. Shows you in the dash it's in reverse, and then it puts your cameras on. So we've got a camera out the back, we can see out the front. We've got this 360-degree bird's eye view from above. I don't think it's very sunny, so that's not really picking it up very well, but it's a very nice system. However, you don't get reversing sensors on these, so it is just camera. And then if you want to park it, you press P, and we're now in park. And then on these, while you're driving, we're in D now, you've also got a B mode, so you can toggle, and it will toggle between D and B, and it show you there B. And B, it gives you extra regenerative braking. So what that is when you're driving an EV, when you lift off the accelerator and you're coasting forward, the electric motor turns into a generator, and it's putting energy back in the battery. It's then producing energy from your kinetic motion going forward, and it charges the battery, and that's what you use to slow down. So it's called regenerative braking, but it's got nothing to do with the braking. It's all on the electric motor. And what you find is you can increase that regen braking by toggling it down into B. And it's like putting the brakes on, but you're just capturing that energy and putting more energy back in the battery. So you use that to slow down rather than touching your friction brakes, because as soon as you touch your brakes, you've thrown away that energy you could have captured into friction and heat on the brake pads, and you want to keep it, you want to reserve it and put it back in the battery and gain some charge. So if you drive gently, you can stop, well, you can certainly do most of your slowing down in the B mode, and then you touch the brakes when you really do need to. And then finally, the mileage on this one is 43,407 miles. And I'll just show you the charge cable. So in the boot here, we've got the Bose amplifier that sits at the back. That's what you get on the Tekna. This is your charging cable, type 1 to type 2. It's all sealed up in a bag because it's brand new, because this was missing its charge cable, which a lot of cars come without charge cables because people keep them and use them for the next vehicle or keep it as a spare, so I have to buy them a lot of the time. But it did come with the portable charger, so this is often called a granny cable, so it allows you to charge the car on a 3-pin plug. It does take longer, but very useful. But the full details of the charging is on the website. I'll just open the charge port at the front if I don't break my ankle on the loose rocks. So you have two charge ports at the front of the Leaf. The orange one is the AC charging, so this has a standard 3.3 kilowatt charger, and the AC charging is primarily where you do your bulk of your charging. So typically that will be overnight at home while you sleep, or top-ups throughout the day, or when you use 7 kilowatt charging posts out there on the public chargers. So any charger that's typically in a supermarket car park, retail parks, places like that, or workplace chargers, they're all 7 kilowatt chargers and they're AC. And then this is your rapid charging, so this is what you would use on the motorway network or while you were driving, because this is your rapid charging port where you would get a charge in 20 to 30 minutes. And this is a 50 kilowatt DC CHAdeMO port. So the primary reason for this video is to explain the condition, and then that allows people to buy the vehicle without coming to you at first, and then I get them delivered to you. And most vehicles go like that without a viewing because of the details on the website and this video. So I point out every little stone chip, mark, scratch, any negative I can find. I sometimes come across too negative because I'm only pointing out bad points and not the good points, but it gives people the confidence so they know exactly what they're buying. I don't hide anything, and there's absolutely no point because, you know, at the end of the day they're going to get the vehicle anyway, so you might as well be upfront and honest and show everything you can find. But because of that, I probably point things out that people don't notice anyway. But that said, this vehicle is in really good condition for the age. It is a right cracker. There's very little to point out. I'm going to point out a couple of little chips on the back bumper, but I am getting some touch-up paint coming in this colour. I don't have any paint coming in this colour, and I thought I'd do the video today before I've done the little chips on the bumper at the back, just because it was nice weather, and the paint is due in tomorrow or the next day, so they will be done before the vehicle's delivered. So let's start at the front. There really is very little to show you, and I'm going to have to be very picky to point anything out. It's just really nice condition. It's in this metallic mineral blue, as I said, really sparkling in the sun today. There's a couple of minor stone chips on the bumper, and this of course is all plastic, so it doesn't really matter, but you'd expect that the car that's done 40,000 miles. But really minor compared to the you know, the average is well below average. It really is tidy. Even down low, you know, there's a few minor little ones, but really insignificant. Nothing of any note on the bonnet, that's all just dust. Yeah, it really is tidy. And then looking around the sides, there's no dents or scratches at all on the bodywork, on the side panels or on the front. There's just a few on the rear bumper, which I'll show you. But yeah, just exceptional really for a vehicle of this age. The alloy wheel is all good on this side. I've put the tyre tread depths on the website, and anything I've pointed out I've taken pictures of as well, so you can look at the photo gallery and zoom right into the pictures to see the detail. But nothing to show you at all down this side, apart from little mark on the alloy wheel. Little bit of corrosion starting to set in there. You always get that with diamond cut alloys because they've just got a lacquer on bare aluminium. They've also got painted spokes here, but this is just bare lacquered aluminium, and the water gets in and it starts to corrode a bit, but they're all really tidy still. And obviously if they get worse, you get them refurbished, which is relatively cheap, but they're nowhere near that bad yet. And for a car of this age, they're way better than average. So the only things I was going to point out, which as I said, I'm going to get the paint and just dab a few bits in, but there's a little chip there, and a couple of little indentations just where stuff gets loaded in and out the boot. And that is it. It's really just comes down to those three things, which you're always going to get them on this because it's got a painted rear bumper, but really insignificant. There is actually a mark lower down, yeah, there. Right down low, there's a little indentation there, but again, I will dab a bit of paint in there, and there's a tiny little scratch there, but this is all very low down, and it's all plastic, of course. And then looking in the boot, we've already looked in the boot, but yeah, all tidy. We've got the puncture repair kit in there as well. Yeah, and tidy carpet. The carpet on these have a habit of fluffing up a bit where it gets vacuumed and things. Same in all cars, they just put really cheap material in the boot floors nowadays of modern cars, and because of that, it's very difficult to clean, but this is all really tidy and smart. Then carrying on, there again, bodywork is all really good. Is that a scratch? No, that's just dirt picked up from the dusty track here. So the only thing to point out along this side is just on the alloy wheels again. We've got a bit of corrosion setting in under the lacquer on some of the spokes, 3 spokes there, and a couple of minor marks. Again, all better than average. But obviously as this gets older, you would get the wheel refurbished, but a long way off from that yet. You can get those refurbished for about £70 a wheel, and then they're like new again. Yeah, and pristine bodywork on this car, not a dent, mark or scratch at all on it. And then again on this wheel, the water's got in under the lacquer a little bit and starting to corrode, but minimal scuffing as well on these wheels. They are, apart from those spokes which you always get on the diamond cut wheels, yeah, really generally really tidy. Oh, the only other little thing I'll point out, very minor, but I'll point it out anyway, just here, it's hardly worth pointing out, but you get a bit of clear vinyl tape on these, and it protects that leading edge from stone chips, and the water's got in a little bit, so it's gone a little bit black. So you could put a new bit of tape, or maybe cut that out and put some sellotape over it, but it's not rusting or anything, it's just where water's got in and it's gone a little bit black. Really insignificant, but it's visible from the outside. And then looking on the inside, really tidy. It's all leather, of course, and leather seats tend to last longer than cloth seats, so yeah, very tidy. It's got the original mats. There's no tears, obviously, there's no scratches or anything. It's just a really smart car. And the only thing I would point out in here, there's just a little bit of wear there on the bolster, on the leather, but you can see there the leather's all in really good condition. It's just that little bit of seam has taken a bit of wear, but nothing on the bottom one, so very minor. It's just where driver gets in and out. So yeah, inside, nothing else to point out. It is really clean. And then this does have the 2 original remote keys as well. And then in the pocket here we've got the locking wheel nut, and as I said, in the back there is the puncture kit all still there as well. And then here we've got the books. This car's come from Tesla. It's a part exchange from Tesla, so someone's had a nice upgrade. But yeah, we've got all the original books with the wallet, everything there. Service book is here with lots of Nissan stamps. So last service was a major one, which was great, so the next one will be only £159 at a Nissan dealer. So the last one was done 2nd of the 10th 2019 at 39,708 miles, and because it was a Nissan dealer, with the Nissans you get 12 months Nissan roadside assistance as well when cars are serviced at the Nissan dealer, because after all there's not much to service on these cars. The servicing is every year, and you alternate between a major and a minor. And a minor service is effectively only a cabin filter change and an inspection, very little to do on an electric car. There's no serviceable parts as such on an electric car. And then a major is the same, but they also change the brake fluid. But most people, once a car is out of, you keep the servicing up while they're in the warranty, so you don't want to jeopardise your warranty. But a lot of people, once they're out of warranty, then they tend to not stick with the main dealer servicing, just like a petrol or diesel. So logbook, there's only one previous keeper, so 2 keepers for new, and the registration date is the 30th of the 6th 2015. So I will, and the MOT is until, where's the date on these, expiry date, 29th of the 6th 2020, so that's coming up soon. So obviously I will put a new MOT on it before it is delivered. One other little thing to point out, very minor little thing, but a little bit of silver has worn away here on the plastic ring around the gear selector. Quite common on the Leafs. It's where people leave their hand resting here and it rubs away the silver effect on this plastic ring. So it's very small, it's smaller than my fingertip, and could easily be touched up with a bit of paint or a silver pen if needed. I have just noticed 3 minor little stone chips. As I said, I don't hide anything. These are so small I hadn't noticed them when you're walking around, but they will have a little bit of paint dabbed in them when that arrives, but they're not rusting. They're all very small. That's the biggest one, and it's no more than 2 millimeters, 1 millimeter, about 1.5 millimeter. Really minor, but as I said, I don't hide anything. So this is ready to go. I've just got to get that MOT test done, but I'll delay that until it's sold, just to maximise the time of the new test. So if you're interested, give me a call or email. All the other details are on the website in terms of charging, range, warranty and that sort of stuff, so have a look there. And I can deliver these anywhere in the country. There is a cost for that, obviously, but if you mail me your postcode, I'll tell you exactly what that will cost, and it will come to you on a flatbed, and it will be fully charged and ready to use. And obviously this one comes with that portable charger there in the boot, so you can charge this from a normal main socket straight from the off, but ultimately you would get a wall charger installed. They cost about 500 quid to get installed now, usually take 2 to 3 weeks, but you get a government grant of £350 towards the cost, and that's the resulting cost, around about £500 now. So again, all the information on that is on the website as well. So I think I've pretty much covered everything, but if you've got any questions, then give me an email or a call.